Hey, what's up guys, it's English Dan. So, as we know, the iPhone 14's here, been released, was announced. Now, when it was announced, there was a particular thing that raised a lot of eyebrows, especially in the tech community, and that is eSIM. It's eSIM only. You obviously probably, know this already. If you've been following along with the iPhone, you probably know that there's no SIM slot no more. There's no physical SIM card tray. It's gone. In the United States only, it's gone. You can only use an eSIM. And like I say, it raised a few eyebrows. And now that the phone is released, we're starting to see that we were right in eyebrows being raised. I'll let you know in a second. Welcome back guys. So yeah, eSIM's been around for a while, and this is just one of those moves by Apple where they just remove something that doesn't really make sense, and their excuse for it doesn't really make sense either. Okay, removing the SIM card may allow for a little bit of a bigger battery. It certainly will make it easier to make the device more water resistant and dust resistant. But physical SIMs are a big thing. The iPhone 13, you could have an eSIM and a physical SIM. So if you're like me, let's say you're a foreigner here in the United States, even though I'm an American, but you know, if I want to go over to England and I've got an iPhone 14, I have to look for somewhere that's got eSIM, not a physical SIM, which is kind of difficult because outside of the United States, I don't believe there's a lot of carriers that offer eSIM, especially in the prepaid category. You know, like I could get off a plane when I got to England with any other phone, and I could pick up a cheap SIM in the airport, walk out, and bang, I'm ready to go. This is it, done. With the iPhone, it's going to be a bit different, especially if you go into somewhere, you know, that speaks a foreign language that you can't, and you're looking for eSIM instructions for that country, and they might be all in Turkish or whatever. You know, it's going to become very difficult. But that's not the main reason why I'm saying about eSIMs being a problem. The iPhone yesterday launched, the iPhone 14 launched, everyone got their iPhones, apart from me, which won't be here until end of the month. A little salty about that. But yeah, so it launched yesterday, and obviously in the tech community you get to see a lot of how people are showing off the new phones, showing off what they like, but a lot of people have also been showing what they've disliked, and it is the eSIM. The eSIM has been a problem. It's not been quite as easy as Apple are making it out to be. Obviously carriers do have eSIM. eSIM's been around for a little while. I actually quite like using eSIM. It's just easy, normally, or can be. I've used the eSIM in a Pixel 4, Pixel 5. I've used it in one of the Galaxies. The Z Fold 4 allows for eSIM, even though there was an issue when it first came out, but it does now work with eSIM, I believe. So eSIM's been around for a while, and it's worked pretty good whenever I've used it. The iPhone 14 launch, however, seems to have been a bit half-baked with all these carriers. There's tweets from people all over the tech community. It's been an hour, it's been 2 hours, I've had to wait 3 hours to use my phone because I've had to go to the store to try and get the eSIM activated. I've been on the phone for an hour, I've been on the socials for 2 or 3 hours trying to get my eSIM activated because it'll keep throwing out an error or it will not activate the eSIM. And these are people who are in the tech community. Now, if these people are saying that they're having these issues, can you imagine what it's going to be like for your parents, your neighbour who's not technically inclined, or just anyone in general who just uses a phone as a phone and they don't know what an eSIM is or how simple it should be to do this? If I gave an iPhone 14 to my dad and I said, here you go Dad, you just got to set it up with eSIM, it's going to step you through step by step and you'll be on your way in no time. If I gave that to my dad and he started getting errors, nope, he wouldn't know what to do. He would be one of them people that would either be on the phone or wasting 2 or 3 hours going to the store trying to get it done. So this is why eSIM for me is a negative, and I don't think Apple were right to go with that. There's going to be a lot of people, don't get me wrong, that say, oh, I had no problem with my eSIM. And I know a few people that also, yeah, eSIM worked just like that. Just like it has for me in the past, but there's a lot of people that it isn't going quite so smoothly for. And I'm not going to say it's a small percentage either. It's quite a lot of people, and like I say, a lot of them are tech heads, tech reviewers in and amongst the tech community that are having real problems. Let's look at some instances of people struggling who are in the tech community. So my man Technically T, wow, couldn't even get that out this morning. Technically T, he got his iPhone yesterday, and guess what? He had eSIM problems. One of his tweets was like, 1 hour with AT&T and still nothing. Yo, this eSIM is dumb AF. And I mean, T's been around for a long time. He's not stupid. He's not making some stupid mistake. This is something to do with AT&T and the iPhone. There's no doubt about it. You know, he is a smart guy. He has a successful channel. He uses Apple products a hell of a lot. He uses all products, but he loves his Apple products, and he was having issues. Let's go on to the next. Direct Tech. Direct Tech is another guy who has been using an iPhone 14, and he's getting this last line no longer available. Do you want to call using the remaining line? eSIM is truly crap in its current state. Now I'm getting this before I can make a call. I have to press call here every time. It's not that hard, but they make it look like it's rocket science. So he was having problems, and he's over in the UK. So whether he chose to use eSIM over there, because in the UK the phone does still have a SIM card slot. But yeah, even he's having problems over there in the UK. Let's have a look at some more. Our friend Max. Max is cool, not afraid to say exactly how he feels. And this is what he said about eSIM. Transferring eSIM at the start of setup of iPhone is annoying. Now my number is out of commission for 3 hours as it transfers my data and sets it up again. That's a long time for your phone to be out of commission just because it has an eSIM. And again, if it was somebody who didn't understand or know why this was happening, it would be a major problem to those people, and they wouldn't know what to do. So anyway, let's have a look at some more. My friend Adam Matlock, Tech Odyssey. He's the sidekick. He's like, he's kind of stupid anyway, so I'm not surprised. But anyway, got my iPhone 14 Pro. Won't let me set up the eSIM. Now I have to call AT&T to get this garbage to work. I know he was trying to get this to work for a while yesterday. Adam is like well into his tech, so it should have been very simple for someone like Adam to be able to get this to work, but it didn't. This user, he got his iPhone 14 Pro and wanted to transfer Visible service from his old service to eSIM. 12 hours and the process keeps failing. Visible doesn't have any agents available to respond. Very disappointing for this guy. He can't call or text with the original number. So as you can see, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's people without a doubt having no problems. Simply texted a friend of mine on Twitter, no problems, went off without a hitch. A few people have had no problem whatsoever, but the problem is a lot of people have had issues, and this is going to be a major problem this weekend for a lot of people who, like I say, aren't tech savvy and will get stuck when it comes to trying to activate an eSIM or switch their SIM into a eSIM. They're going to be wasteless, constant hours wasted going to stores on the phones. It's going to put pressure on the stores. It's just another reason why eSIM only should not have been a thing, and that was one choice that Apple should have left to the consumer, whether they wanted to use eSIM or physical SIM, like on the iPhone 13. Now, getting rid of the headphone jack, that's one thing, you know, whatever, we're all used to that now. That's fine. There's other solutions. There's no other solution if they get rid of the physical SIM other than just plain old eSIM. You can't attach a dongle, you can't do any of this stuff. You're stuck with the eSIM, and if you're having problems, then you're always going to have problems. There's an issue that it's just a weird thing to do, and it has caused a lot of problems this weekend. I mean, I've seen some people like Rennie Ritchie try to say that the SIM card is the floppy drive of SSDs. What? That makes no sense whatsoever. The SIM card is not a storage, or has anything to do with that. It was just to enable you to connect to a network. So yeah, I have no time for sympathizers that way, but yeah. So let me know, did you get an iPhone 14 yesterday? Did you have issues, major issues, when it came to trying to transfer over to eSIM if you're in the US? Are you thinking of buying a phone from outside of the US to use in the US because of the eSIM problem? Or did you have no problems whatsoever? Either way, I think this is a little bit of a black eye maybe. Maybe not a black eye, but it's definitely an issue that people thought would be an issue, and as it's turning out, it has been an issue so far. To be continued. Alright guys, catch you in the next one.